He's got to build up a good force, a bigger force than he currently has. In the meantime, Response is expanding at the top left, making great use of this attack. Cover for his expansions, which is standard play in StarCraft 1. Gonna lose that mothership. Oh, I love that death animation. Awesome. Looks like David may be able to just barely salvage this attack. This defense, I should say, takes out one of the Colossus. Again, the Vikings able to attack the Colossus. I think he's going to be able to hold, but the damage has been done. He's lost one of his oh, by the way, turrets can attack Colossus if that thing was in range anyway. How ridiculous is that? I love it. I love that fact. It's like one more element to add to StarCraft 2 gameplay. Excuse me. Anyway, David Kim now, if we were to go back to income. Yeah, I know I'm missing the action a little bit. That's the only problem. I went to the wrong one. That's the only problem with these tabs is it's hard to watch battles that are moving and switch to more tabs. I don't know. Man, those Colossus doing some dirty deeds right now, taking out a lot of units, but they're getting focused. There's not enough coverage for them to really hold off, and all of them get taken down. Let's go back to the units lost, though. And it looks like Davyie has lost quite a few units, but the 121 of Response that were lost, pretty expensive units. So Response has to be careful. He can't be, that last attack that he just did was not a good attack by any means. And basically David Kim trying to get himself back in this game, expanded to the bottom right, but Response already ahead of him in expansions, and that high yield still running for him. And it looks like the high yield here almost mined out for David Kim. So he's putting in a little bit of a rough position. Almost mined out of at his natural. No new command center at his second natural. So Response with 1, 2, 3, 4. Going on 5 mining against 1, 2, 2 kind of mining. Down to about to go to 1. Losing the high yield. About to go back up to 2. But, you know, it's not up yet. So at this point, if we were to go back to the income, I would expect the Response to be significantly ahead. And he is. Let's check out the APM again. Davyie, you can see it bouncing up right now. He's scrambling a little bit. He knows he's a little bit behind here. Again, these Colossus work in this unit composition of Davyie pretty heavily. Vikings doing a lot of damage. Again, they're only able to attack the Colossus right now. So basically, by going these Vikings, he's focusing on these Colossus, and that's known. But now, these Vikings are useless. Unless they land, they can't do any damage to these Stalkers. These Stalkers are only going up against the Marauders. Not a good fight for the Stalkers anyway. The Marauders are going to destroy them. As you can see, Marauders can stun and slow down those units. So, a tough spot to be in if your name is Response. Here we see the Vikings unable to attack the ground units, having to land. Pretty cool animation right there. But now able to work on the expansion of Response. Response going to have a tough time defending. It looks like Marauders also going to go in and try to hit the high yield, but they're getting taken out by cannons. Davyie on the move command. It looks like he's going to be able to take out these cannons anyway, but going to lose most of his Marauders. Still got about 5 here. These Stalkers should clean them up for Response, especially with the Void Ray and the Colossus. Yeah, they're not going to do any more damage. He's going to throw up a couple more cannons to defend this. Davyie is now in a tough spot for sure. All right. Wow, and here we see Davyie spamming mules once again, going mass orbitals. Again, if you haven't seen the other upgrade is called the Planetary Fortress. If you haven't seen it, go watch Diggity's 1000th video, and you'll see how good Planetary Fortresses are. Ridiculous, seriously, it's absurd. If we go check out the base, I haven't been here in a bit, but if we check out the base, we see 6 warp gates at the in the base of Response right now, and he's at 156 food, while Davyie is at 187. Now, things are a little bit backwards in PvT these days compared to StarCraft 1. Being ahead as Protoss means you're crushing your Terran opponent, basically. It's almost like ZVP. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's a bad comparison to make. Basically, the amount of units that you want to be up for each race versus the other race has changed in StarCraft 1, and now it's not as important to be up as Protoss when you have units like the Colossus, which automatically splash. Uh-oh. I'm dropping to 1 FPS, and let me see if I can get out of that lag for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Again, I told you it might lag. I don't know what's causing that. 3, 4, 5. It's going back up. All right. It looks like I've no, I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know why it's lagging. This is the exact same point it lagged last time, But let's try to watch the battle. If it lags, I apologize. Not much I can do. Once again, we have Vikings focusing on the Colossus. New mothership out, though. Is he going to use the Vortex? I don't know. Those Colossus are raping the ground units, though. And yes, he does use the Vortex. Everything's getting sucked in. But now with all these splash units here, he's going to be in a lot of trouble having all those units in the Vortex. He sends a Ghost on the move command. It looks like he's got some Ghosts in this this army composition. He's got 16 Ghosts. Jeez. What they're going to be able to do is both snipe. They have a snipe ability, which does quite a bit of damage. Sniper round dealing 45 damage, ignoring armor. And it does EMP, taking out up to 100 shield of any unit in particular. But look at this. Oh, my God. Colossus, with that Thermal Lance upgrade, just raping everything because of the front line in front of it. He loses all the Colossus, but it doesn't matter. He's still got a great force here to continue doing damage to Davyie. And Davyie, with only 2 bases running versus the 3 or 4 of Response at this point, you know, he's in a rough spot. And wow, Response doing exactly what he needs to do. He's going to hit him in the heart where it hurts, maybe in the nuts. If he's a werewolf, he's kicking him in the nards. Silver bullet time, and this is going to be it probably for Davyie. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this battle because he's going to lose what economy he has left, and it looks like he's out of minerals at the high yield, just now rebuilding expansion out of 3rd expansion. Second natural, third base, whatever you want to call it. And losing his only mining capacity right now. And again, I'm lagging. But thankfully, it's not a huge battle of importance. So hopefully you guys don't mind too much. And it looks like all of it. Wow, that's a lot of SCVs to be mining that many mineral patches. Looks like we got 30 SCVs here on the minerals alone. If we were to look back at 8 p.m., let's see if he's being frantic. Davyie, yeah, he's up to 140. Response kind of starting to back off a little bit. He knows that he's definitely in a good position. Marauders coming out on the field, more Ghosts. Davyie has committed to this build, deciding to stick with this build order, unit composition, I should say, and it's just not working. I think he's got to try something else. Where are the medevacs? Maybe not even useful with the Colossus and Mothership, though. Maybe he needs to go Thors or something more useful. Thor is also an awesome unit, by the way. And it looks like this may be one of the final battles. I mean, Response cleaning this up like it's his job. EMP's going off, all the energy taken out of the Mothership, so we're not going to see a Vortex. That's the real point of the Ghost here right now, guys. And it looks like Davyie going to do a pretty good job of taking out this force, but he just doesn't have the economy to support the units that he's losing at this point. Once again, if we go to the income tab, he is, oh my God, he's under 100, and Response at almost 2,000. He's not even going to be able to take out the cannons or clean up the units that we have here. I think we're about to see a GG, especially looking at the timer right here from Davyie, and there it is. David Kim goes down to Response. G, F, and G. Oh, I love it. Well played by Response. Very nicely done. And probably the longest StarCraft 2 game that I've seen so far. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry it took so long to get it out, but you know what? I got a job now, and real life kind of takes precedence on occasion. Once again, if you want to see more of Response or you're interested in his lessons, just go check him out. Check out the info on the sidebar. Once again, DKH, I hope I said that right. I don't think it's DHK. DKH, thank you for that awesome-ass introduction. Do me a favor, if you like that introduction, leave a comment, say DKH or whatever it says. Well, check the information box because I got to put the right amount, the right name in the info box in case I'm saying it wrong. Tell him how awesome he is. Tell him that's an awesome intro, and be sure to check out his work because I tell you, he put that together in like a day, and then he revised it 3 times. You can even see the revision process. He's got the Response videos in his profile, I think, and ridiculous. He finished that in like 2 days total. Beautiful job. Much appreciation to him. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that game. See you the next commentary. GG!